I want to make a response video to Felix from Germany's video on the difference between weddings here in the United States and weddings in Germany or Europe as a whole. And I remember being to about 4 different weddings throughout my life. First one I was about 5. I've had about maybe about half a dozen different girlfriends, but I've never been married myself. I don't think I ever will get married because it's just not who I am. If I was with someone that demanded I marry them, I don't. I think I just walk away from something like that. If they're just interested in living with me or having just a casual relationship, I'd be cool with that. I'm happy with just one steady girlfriend at a time. I'm not going to cheat on her as long as she doesn't cheat on me. Well, that's who I am. But yeah, I digress on that part. But the first one, I was a little boy. That's by the early '60s. The only thing I really remember from that is someone handing me a handful of rice, and I threw the rice. I don't think that's a custom they've really kept up with. Another one, and a couple of weddings, either regular church services, that the the pastor would ask if anyone here has a reason for these two not to be joined. Speak up. Now, I never heard anybody respond, but there was. I've talked about Dear Abby a couple times in the column she wrote many years ago. She said someone had asked her that question, and she said a priest or pastor, whatever, had said that some lady had objected to the wedding, so he briefly stopped the ceremony. He took the lady back in his private study and said, "Okay, ma'am, let's hear what you have to say." And he said what she said was not relevant to the wedding, so she went back and they said, "Okay, we will proceed with the services," which I felt kind of interesting. Now, I took a couple up to Las Vegas. This guy was wanted on a DWI here, so he wanted to go to Vegas. He didn't want to get a JP wedding here, but what he did, him and the lady he was marrying, I took him to the. I drove him up there. He paid for one tank of gas. I drove him up there, to Las Vegas. They went to the Clark County courthouse, filed the paperwork, and there's a little place. There's tons of these quick wedding chapels. I don't know why they're popular in Vegas, but it's a popular industry in Vegas, getting married in Vegas for some weird reason. But anyway, went to this little chapel. I don't know how much he paid. It wasn't very much. And he put on a suit with a tie and stuff, and she put on a fancy dress. And this guy proceeded to marry them. I guess he had to file out the paperwork with the court, with whatever legals required. Then I witnessed the wedding. Another lady was there, but Vegas only required one witness, so that was sufficient. But thought that was interesting. The other two, trying to remember. I remember playing White Wedding. Billy Idol's White Wedding on. I had a cassette, boombox cassette. It wasn't popular bass, probably back in the '80s, and I thought that was appropriate. But the other person didn't find it funny. Me playing White Wedding. I have no idea. It's kind of silly now. You can listen to Billy Idol's White Wedding. That was popular back at that time. Let's see what else I was going to say. A couple of things I say. The only way I know about this was from the TV show The Waltons. Really popular a number of years ago. What they call a chivalry. I'm not saying it right, but what they do, a bunch of the men from these are mountain communities, like hillbilly communities. They would, when a couple would get married, just before the wedding night commenced, they would take the groom, they would kidnap him, tie him up, leave him out in the forest for maybe an hour or so, while he was tied up. Then after a while, they'd go back and get him. They'd take him back, release him, and then this whole group of men would sing to the bride and groom some real pretty songs. I thought that was kind of interesting. They did that in the Waltons one time. I don't remember the name of that particular episode, but I find that interesting. I don't think it's very popular there. I don't think it would go over well. But that was interesting. Oh, let's see. There's a couple more things I was going to comment on, differences, but I don't know. It's probably still a few weird customs they practice, maybe up in the hill country where the hillbillies still reside. I don't know. I think of those snake charmers, those religious bunch that drink strychnine and handle rattlesnakes. I just wonder what their weddings are like. Or like one of those Mormon guys that already have 100 different wives. What one of those ceremonies are like. Most of those girls are like 13, 14, and that's illegal as hell, but they still do it. There's the communities here in northern Arizona that, some guy might have 20 or 30 wives. That's not common. That's looked down upon by the law and everybody else, but that's still practiced because it's considered a religious freedom, kind of. I have no idea where I'm going with this, but a little bit of difference, I guess. Bye-bye. Feely! Islamidish, Philly. Love you. Love your videos. Bye bye.